This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
The immature antics on this show are always pulled back into line when we get a gentleman by the name of Sam Neill come in. He's here for the Sydney Writers' Festival. Magnificent Sam Neill, welcome!
Welcome, buddy!
Oh, you're so kind. I always like being back here, but something about me being here that breaks down the coffee machine. It was the same thing last time. You couldn't get a coffee here, and it shorts out the building or something.
Oh, my God. Could somebody organise a coffee for Sam Neill? There's nothing else we can offer here at
mine?
night.
Whipper makes me my coffee. I get a little thimble of coffee for the morning.
That's the world's tiniest coffee.
You can have that, Sam Neill.
The greatest caravan or / green room that you've had, was it Jurassic Park? Who looks after you the most? Is it the bigger the movie, the better you get?
Oh, yeah, pretty much. But having said that, the best food on films is in Australia.
Is it?
Is it really?
Yeah,
Our
without
catering.
Catering.
Australians really cater well. And if I'm well catered for, everything else is fades away.
Do you mean just with food? Just food? Well catered just in the food department?
Yeah, what other departments are we talking about?
What's really on your rider, Sam Neill?
Well, maybe it's just the way you sound, Mr. Neill. You're like, as long as I'm well catered for, I'll turn up. Well, how many boxes do we need to tick here?
Well, I like the idea, Sam Neill, that you'd be able to say, with your presence in the industry, you'd be able to say on a Friday, make sure as part of the catering, we have a wine called 2 Paddocks, please.
Yeah,
and the cast and the crew can enjoy a nice red wine on the day.
Yeah, but then again, you're working with people like Brian Brown. I'm here for Brian Brown, who
sorry to hear.
If he's in the car, so it'd be just wasted on him.
He doesn't get it, does he?
No, he doesn't get it.
He's a teetotaler.
He's a goon bag man.
Does he love his goon? This is interesting. Now, you are here for Sydney Writers' Festival, and he interviewed you last year for your memoir, but this year you've flipped the table and you're interviewing him. So he's got a new book out, The Drowning, which is a gripping new crime novel. You've obviously read it, Sam.
I have read it. It's surprisingly fantastically good.
What?
And
have you said something nice about Brian Brown?
That doesn't make sense.
He didn't
But don't
write
tell
it
him I
then.
said so. I will be interviewing him. I'll be eviscerating him. I'll be filleting Brian Brown on stage. That's on Saturday. I can't wait.
How long are you up there for? Is it like an hour?
It's an hour.
Have you been given your slot?
It's something called the Recital Hall. You've been there? Brainy people go there. They have classical music and stuff like that.
Well, that's why
I've been there.
Right. That makes sense. Hey,
Actually,
goodness.
can we bring this up? We just brought up a suggestion before. Can we maybe present it to Sam now? But we were just saying before, because another great video over the weekend, you on the ukulele singing, and we have a red room here at Nova where we get artists to perform, and we were just brainstorming having a Nova red room with Sam Neill, calling it Between 2 Paddocks, and you just get on the ukulele for half an hour with some Nova fans watching you.
It's not a bad idea.
That's my worst nightmare.
Do we have a bit of the ukulele, Jess, in the system?
Without my career,
Sam, can you not hang your head? Because the sound is quite beautiful. And I said to Tommy, imagine if we had a solid album with 12 tracks. That's a perfect Sunday listening album. I'd be all over that.
Well, it puts me to sleep. Imagine what it would do to the public.
Oh, that's good.
But I started singing on social media during
COVID.
and I'm over 16, by the way.
Yes, you are.
I know your campaign.
Thank you. You are over 16.
And during lockdown and all that, because it seemed to make people laugh.
I loved it.
I was singing seriously, but people just on the floor instead.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think there's a real future in the ukulele. I think that'd be perfect. Hey, can I tell you about something else that's going on here? This is I'm shooting from the hip here, Sam. This is a wild one. Next Thursday, we have a very, very exclusive event. And I don't know your status, but we're throwing a singles ball for people in Sydney.
I'm a single man.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're not going to believe it. Kate Ritchie is a single lady.
I think it would be slightly inappropriate, given the age difference. She'd be uncomfortable.
I don't
Yeah,
think
and
it.
also
Very
he
uncomfortable
insulted
these
me. He's come in here and said that I couldn't go to that room because only brainy people
No,
go
I was
there.
flirting.
Yes.
Really.
So what we're
I was trying to
doing...
make myself look attractive.
It's
Oh,
working.
you're so clever, Mr. Neil.
So, we're getting all the single people of Sydney, and we've got a fantastic...
Not all of them.
Every one of them. And there's a fantastic room at Taronga Zoo, a ballroom as such, and we're having an event there. But I think, as far as moments throughout the night, one of the highlights will be the slow dance.
Yes.
Where you're invited to slow dance with someone of your choosing. I don't know, Sam Neill, but I could
That's so
kind of...
romantic.
Yeah, I could kind of see you and Kate having sort of
Why are you doing this?
One,
Why
two,
are you
three.
doing this
One,
again?
two, three.
No,
One,
I'm so. I
two, three.
apologise.
1, 2, 3.
No, I don't even know what to say now because we did this yesterday, and I spoke to you after the show about the fact that we agreed that this
Sorry.
would not be about finding me a date. This whole singles ball,
It's a dance.
like fiasco
Yeah.
that it's turning into. So I apologise.
I just think it sounds great.
Yeah, doesn't it?
We call them dance in New
Dance.
Zealand, but I grew up on it dances, and then you had to ask a girl for a dance. Yeah. And you learnt a lot, and you learnt how to take rejection.
Yeah. Well,
This is very important
how would
lesson
you
in
ask
life.
me then? Like if we do it
Would
now?
you be good enough to take the floor with me?
Wow.
Well, do you know what? I'm all nervous. You know me too well because the fact that you were a little bit mean to me when you asked me to dance, you've got me wrapped around your finger.
But I'll step out now.
So what were the occasions, Sam? Was it just one side, the boys on one side,
Yeah.
the girls on the other, and then you would go over and ask?
Oh, it was absolutely terrible. You had to pluck up your courage to cross that floor, but the girls had to stay in one place,
Right.
and going, I hope someone asked me to dance. It was a mortifying occasion, really. So I'm glad people don't do that really anymore. But slow dancing it had its own rewards.
Like
This is
what?
magnificent.
I don't know. Let's not go into that.
I don't know. I've forgotten where I was going.
But
Do you know what? I'll never forget doing a slow dance with a girl one time at
Here we
dancing
go.
class, and I was so nervous about it. And then
Yeah.
I held her hands. I said, "Would you like to dance with me?" And Mum and I had gone through the routine of how to ask. And as I held her hands, she went. The first thing she said was, "You've got really sweaty hands."
yeah, that kills things, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I said, "Next."
Yeah.
And
It was
that
really devastating.
And that was
Yeah.
your appearance on Perfect Date, which was a great
Yeah.
show with Greg Evans.
Yeah, it was. So I moved. I moved on to Celebrity Apprentice.
Do you know the worst thing a woman ever said to me?
Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
She said, "You're the slowest person I've ever come across." There's something about you. You're just slow. You talk slowly. You move slowly. You think slowly. You're just slow. And it wasn't meant kindly. It wasn't meant, you're a relaxed sort of person. It was just mean.
What did you reply with? How do you respond to that?
I was sitting
slowly.
beside her on a sofa, and perhaps I should have made a move or something.
Really slowly.
Now that I think about it, yeah, sure.
Maybe she wanted.
That's right.
Yeah, she
How
wanted
many years ago was this? As a teen or in not that long
I
ago?
was probably 20 or something at that time.
Wasn't Meryl
I haven't
Streep or
sped
anyone
up
that
or
you'd
anything.
worked with before, was it, Sam? No, it wasn't.
No,
Meryl Streep?
It wasn't Meryl.
No, it wasn't Meryl.
No. Meryl's Meryl's a good pal. And she would never say anything like that. I thought that was cruel.
That
and
is
I've always
mean.
felt like a slow person ever since then.
Since your 20s, you felt like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Did
you
you
know
change anything after that, or did you continue to be yourself?
No, you can't just sort of change character and speed up. Be a speedy person.
you know what
I'm stuck with it.
What I love about some of the articles and in your book you mentioned, and you use this phrase, and I've said it to my mum because she's the same age as you, and she says, you say, "Don't let the old man in," and I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
tell myself that all the time. It doesn't really work.
Does it work? No.
Well, you're still working and everything's ticking well.
Yeah. I had a very busy year last year, and this year I thought I'd actually cut back a bit. I'm going to work again. We're doing the third series of something called The 12 in October in West Australia.
Fantastic.
But I think I'll take the rest of the year off before that.
Yeah.
For a change.
Well, just to slow down a bit more.
Slow down a bit, yeah. I mean, I'm knocking on a bit now.
No, you're not, mate.
No,
I
you're
won't
not,
accept
mate.
that.
And you've got your own winery as well. It's all happening.
You've got
a great Australian movie coming out soon as well. It's, my wife and I have just got into Peaky Blinders as well. Chester Campbell, oh my God, you're an absolute prick in that's for sure.
Yeah, he's an unredeemable character, isn't he?
Can I ask, because we haven't gone, we're on to our third series, but are you in the new movie, or is he, I'm probably giving away something here, but is he still around or no?
No, I think he's well dead. And I saw Cillian the other day. He came to stay down on the farm.
What an actor.
Oh,
what
wow.
an actor.
He didn't bring his Oscar with him. So I thought,
Does he travel with it?
He doesn't trust me. I might have just kept it.
Steal it.
Use it as a doorstop.
Where do you rate him when it comes to acting chops? Where's Cillian Murphy for you? Because he is a special actor.
He's as good as it gets. Yeah, he's fantastic. And he works terribly hard. He's a really, really hard worker. And I can say this because I'm Irish, basically. It's the hardest working Irishman I ever came across in my life.
He beats you then.
Can I ask you a quick question about having him come to stay then? When he comes to stay at your house, not in a creepy way, but like, do you put your pajamas on before you go to bed? Like you in the lounge room having a glass of wine, your wine, in your jammies? Or do you, like grown men, have a glass of wine and then go off to your room and put your jammies on?
That's a very, very intelligent question, and I congratulate you on that. But here's the thing.
I think this stuff...
You're flirting
no,
again.
I'm not flirting. What I'm saying is I like that when you said he came to stay...
I was flirting.
Oh,
You're fine.
I haven't. No one's flirted with me for a very long time, so I don't know how to pick up the cues.
No, here's the thing. I built myself a house. Now, I am an old bachelor now. That's why I'm suitable for your slow dancing ball. I built myself... it's what they used to call single man's quarters.
Yep.
I built a house with one bedroom. Yeah. And it's got one little cupboard where I put my clothes, and that's it.
Wow.
So Cillian... But I've got sort of... I've got some accommodation across the driveway. Yeah. So Cillian stayed in the other single man's quarters over the driveway.
Oh, so you didn't see his pyjamas.
There's no pyjama thing.
But you wanted to know what his pyjamas were.
No, not what his pyjamas are, but
question.
the etiquette around.
Yeah, sure.
Do you go and have a shower and put your jammies on and have a glass of wine in front of the fire?
Yeah.
Or do you do grown-up things and then go to your separate
Sam,
quarters?
what Kate's trying to say is, would you mind if she came to stay, is what she's saying.
What I'm saying is, and do you know what I'm doing in my head right now? All I'm thinking is you had an opportunity to ask Sam about Cillian, and he's a really highly educated man. And
what sort of pyjamas he wears?
Yeah.
And I don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
Does he wear pyjamas at all? I can't tell you.
Well, let's hope not.
I love what happens on the farm stays on the farm.
The Sydney Writers Festival is on. So it's this weekend you'll be interviewing Brian for this book, The Drowning?
Yeah, on May the 21st. I think that's Saturday. I think at 5:30. I will be
25th.
filleting Brian.
Yep.
Fillet him.
You'll be filleting Brian Brown. It's the magnificent Sam Neill. Thank you so much for coming in, sir. We love having you in.
It's lovely to see you guys.
Thanks, Sam. See you, mate. Appreciate it.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.